This is I actually don't know what it is, but this is a really cheap quad that I found on the internet for 50 bucks. We're gonna see if we can get it running and maybe do some testing with it.
Oh god. This thing is good. I was scouring Facebook Marketplace when I came upon this, and I saw it for sale for $50, so I had to buy it. Just look at it. Look at this thing. I actually know absolutely nothing about this quad other than the fact that it's 90 cc's. I don't even know if it has a spark plug in it. I don't know if it has compression or anything because it's only electric start, so I couldn't spin the engine over, but he said it ran once upon a time. First things first is I need to find a battery to see if anything has life. That looks kind of broken there. We're off to a great start. That looks like a battery to me right there. We have 11 volts. That's not enough. We're doing some charging. But I did notice it's missing two tires, or two of the tires are no longer on the rims. I ordered some new ones, got those cheap ones. Those were like $20, the good old eBay special. I need to dig into this and kind of figure out what's going on. I wish it had a pull start, but apparently it does not. So that is kind of real unfortunate for me. Yeah, something like that. What I mean by me saying I don't know what this is, I actually don't know what this is or what brand it is. It's obviously from China, but I have no clue the brand or how old it is or what year it is or anything like that. I think I can at least tilt it. Yeah, look at that powerhouse. What an absolute monster of an engine. There's a lot of nonsense going on in here, I can tell that right off the bat. This fuel supply goes down way too low, or it's actually not even connected to the carburetor, so that might be something there that's not how it should be. I'm gonna start by popping this carburetor out. It does look pretty clean, but it's obviously not hooked up to any fuel, so that is an obvious issue. Somebody kind of already did a number on that screw. You can't expect too much from a cheap ATV though. We do have some gunk in there. And it is clogged. Do the usual spray through and air it out. I do want to clean out this float bowl though, that looks kind of disgusting. I'm gonna throw this into the ultrasonic cleaner. And here we go, back on. And I do want to double check and verify that the throttle actually goes up and down, which it looks like it does. I have a slight suspicion that this gas tank is gonna leak just based upon how it looks visibly, so I might have to buy some Flex Seal and spray it on there. And I do want to see if it'll at least turn over or something, give me some sort of life. The battery is fully charged now, it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead, key it on, see what... Nothing is happening at all. So I am in fact getting power to this little transfer here, because my red light turns on, so I'm getting power there. From this side of it, it sends power back down, goes around here, and comes down into the starter. So somewhere along the lines, that switch isn't switching the power over. And you can see here that somebody's actually been using a screwdriver to start it, because they'll just tap the two together and then this side will spark. So I'm guessing this starter solenoid is bad because the switch seems to be providing continuity, so I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can just tap the screwdriver on it and see if it'll turn over. Nothing. Well, hopefully I don't get electrocuted, but I'm gonna give it a shot because this should still be making some power, which it is. So lightly tap it on there and see what happens. Nothing. Alright guys, well now we're back and I have this starter and ignition solenoid, straight from China, total of 20 bucks. And I've got me a new starter. This hopefully will make it run. Otherwise, the only thing left would be the battery. But I don't think the battery's bad because it seems to hold a charge. I don't actually have bullet connectors that fit anything this small, and my terminal here is actually a plug-in, so those don't work together. So I'm actually just gonna cut these wires off, strip them on both sides, and just hardwire them together, because that seems like the only option that I have. All right, here goes nothing. Nothing. So I pulled out the old battery. This battery was actually reading at 12.5 volts or something like that. This just goes to show that just because something's reading right does not mean it's working right. And then I came over here and I noticed these two were unplugged, and these are the brake attachment module. So it basically tells the computer and stuff that the taillights need to come on, and it's also a activation switch. So if you are not pulling the brake in, you cannot start it. So now when I pull it in, press the on, the starter actually engages. This was just spinning and nothing was happening, so nothing was being engaged until I stuck my finger in there. And you know what they say, just put your hands in places that you can't see and then just play around. Yeah, that's what I just did. Realized there's a chain that I have to assemble. So I gotta take this side cover off now and figure out what is going on inside it. Alright, well this is the chain that I was talking about, and it appears like it's just kind of free floating in there. So I gotta figure out how to get that together. Got that little guy tightened back on there. Looks like there's some paper gasket in there, but I just slid the sprocket off of the shaft there and then pulled the starter out a little bit, and then I was able to catch it in the chain and then pull the starter back into it. Well, it turns over, so that's great. Let's give it a look-see. I have some kind of weird spark plug. It says Dakar on it. Never heard of that one before. Probably from China. Well, obviously from China since this is a China quad, but we're getting good spark. So that one doesn't fit in this little tray here, but I might have to make it fit. It might be custom with a K, but I can assure you, this is gonna handle all the jumps that this quad can handle. All right, well now I can throw some of the body back on, hopefully keep all the connections good. I still have the tires to swap over. The trick to these small quad tires is not only some lube. I just use some Simple Green because I buy it by the 5-gallon, but throwing a ratchet strap around the tire flexes out the sidewall so it gets wider that way, and it just helps seat the bead. I got this one on and this one's good to go now. This one, it looks like there's a rock in the valve core, so I think I'm gonna have to deal with that for a little bit of time. Okay, that took way longer than expected, but I have 2 new tires. I think I'm gonna put these 2 on the back. All right, we're back on 4 wheels now. All right, well here goes nothing, guys. We're gonna kick this sucker off and see if it runs. Ooh. Look at that. Alright, well she's a little warmed up now. Let's go see how terrifying this thing is. It kind of looks like it's leaning off to one side. Not sure why. Maybe it's the plastic on it. I don't really know. We're gonna take it for a spin though. This key, I can tell, is gonna be right in my way of my knee. And yep, of course it is. So, ooh, seat's not on right, but oh god, this thing is scary. Oh yep, I can tell right away. I can tell it's scary. Oh yeah, that's a scary one. It's actually kind of quick. What the heck? I don't feel like this should be that fast. It runs really good though. Was not expecting this. Oh, we lost her. Well, it certainly needs a little bit of carb tuning just because the idle drops down a little low. Oh, we lost her. Overall, this has been a great experience. Well, besides having to buy a new starter, solenoid, and replacing the battery with a used one that I had lying around, but this thing's pretty cool to be honest. Let me know what I should do with this little quad. Comment down below what you think would be fun to watch or cool for me to do. It's a very cheap quad, so I'm interested in doing just about anything to it. So comment down below what you want to see and I'll try to make it happen. But anyways guys, I'm gonna leave the video here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.